Oh, all you beautiful people out there. We're streaming again, picking up where we left off from yesterday, and we are Angry Reacts only. Where the heck is the rest of them? Oh wait, I did the street down there. So yeah, we're just going to continue the development from yesterday. Let's see, I gotta do this on these numbers. Attach the spleen. Wrong. Actually, matter of fact, hold on. Okay, so let me pull up the let me pull up the chat so I can actually like interact with everyone. Give me a second. Alright, so welcome everybody. Welcome. Thanks for joining on this wonderful, what is today? Wednesday? Today is definitely Wednesday. I need a calendar programmed into my head. Hey Bronx Bomber, D'Angelo, and Jonathan Relfan. I really gotta stop putting this brass down. No, not in the middle of the street. Oh, it's too close. That's too close for comfort. I'm gonna put you right here. Actually, I think the rotation makes it feel a little bit more real. Alright, put this here. Actually, no. Put this further back altogether. I'm gonna layer it up like I did before on the other street. Okay, we're gonna put this here. Ew! First of all, I live in Philadelphia, so I refuse to go to some 7-Eleven for some stupid Slurpee when I got a Wawa right around my corner. That's the real stuff right there. That Wawa drink. I can't layer it up. I mean, I could, but not the way I want to. Actually, that looks... No, it don't. Ew. Oh, God. Okay. A photo of in trees, right? Yeah, it should be in trees. Exact. It's like... If Wawa is like if convenience stores were based on religion, nah. Yeah, if convenience stores are based on religion, then Wawa would be like the god. Like it is just that worth. It's just that good. Like first of all, food from Wawa is like legit already made, and it's like. I don't know, it's just the only way to describe it is you gotta go there to experience it yourself. It's like 7-Eleven is okay. Like it's not bad, but like I don't know how to describe it other than, like I said, you have to be there to experience it. It's like nothing really compares. Like even if they tried, except for maybe Sheets. It's like if you ever been to like, huh? It's like going to McDonald's and then going to Five Guys and then trying to go back to McDonald's in the same day. It's like after you experience what it could be, you're just like, well, I'm not going back there again. Even though 7-Eleven isn't bad in itself, it's just like, yeah, like I can't go back. I can't go back after experiencing Wawa. Like knowing that I have Wawa closer, it's just like, you know what? I'll just wait until I get to the Wawa. Okay, having it layered up definitely does like look better, but at the same time, I gotta fill in that gap right there. Okay, I deal with these guys. That looks like grass. Some trees in there. But stupid. I need to put stuff back here. There's still a lot. Like, I still never finished the part that I was working on when I first started the stream yesterday, but there's still a lot more that I have to do. And also, welcome, NASCAR fan. I have, like, so much to do, so little time, and also a lot of time. Why do I keep doing this to myself? Why is it rotated weird? Oh, it's not. Stupid layers. As a matter of fact, no. Actually, wait, does it? I actually forgot if there's a Walmart there. Speaking of which, I gotta put signs up on the street. Well, after I'm done putting up the grass, I'll put some signs down. It's definitely a lot of it empty. Like, this was like the most, like, before I start going into, like, the other side of the map, this is like the most barren part to me. So it's just like, a lot of the roads have like no signs, no buildings, nothing. And I just really feel like I have to work on it. You assume correctly. This is Alright, you want me to like, you see the rate that I'm working at. You want a prediction on how soon I'll be done. I'm going to show you some parts that are barren, and I'll let you assume based on the speed of which I was working. Keep in mind, if you was on a stream yesterday, so you remember all the stuff that I need to put down. So I'm gonna let you see how much I have left to do, and let you make a conclusion based on that. Hello, Sean. I forgot. That is actually a clever name. No, 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 no. I mean the person who said any predicted time when I'll be done. They was here yesterday, and they seen how fast I was working, and also what I'm trying to put into the map. So I'm going up to a spawn point where like I have to do a lot, and I'm gonna show you how much I have to do on that stretch alone, and let them come to a conclusion. Okay, I wasn't supposed to be spawned here, so I actually have to fix that in itself, but... Okay. So first things first. Going up this way. Yeah, it's this way. Don't be sorry. Streams for everybody. You know, everyone has to come here, have a good time. You know. Okay. So right now it's like this is actually one of the spots I need to work on too, and it doesn't look that barren, but oh, watch, and you're about to be like, oh my god. I mean, yeah, this place is very barren too, but it gets barren, or I guess you could say. I really hate how long these... Oh, hello, look at nothing. But I'm not even at the part where there's nothing yet. I guess it depends. I don't really like... I tend to not really make a schedule on like how long I want to stream. It just sort of like works out that way. Like yesterday, the stream ended after almost 4 hours. That's not normal for me. Okay, so now, and to answer your question, yeah, Wellington is actually still in the list of places to work on for the same reason that I still need to work on this area. Oh yeah, there goes the nothing. There we go. Yeah, I hate them too. I hate how they're just such a part of the game, and it's just like you have to accept it or no game. Like, Jesus, load screens are just the worst. So yeah, this stretch goes on for about... I'm not going to sit there and wait through it all. Like, I refuse to sit there and wait through it all. I'll be 50 by the time I click through all that at this rate. Oh my god, this thing is just so slow. And actually, yeah, the load screens are actually part of the reason why it's going to be a while. Like the fact that, like, yeah, like the fact that there's like, it takes forever to go through a load screen. Okay, so I forget what direction. This direction. In the street that it like comes out here. So yeah, it's going to be a while before like this and this is just, that's just one stretch. there's another one. Here, I think. No. What should be close? Oh, wait, I could just click to there actually. Unfortunately, there's no spawn point in between there and yeah, there's no spawn point between where I'm trying to go and there. But alright, so basically this highway up here also needs to come out down there. Even though it didn't load in yet. There we go. Like this highway up here, well, beyond the load screen box that's blocking everything, needs to go down to around the area that I was saying needs to be worked on. Okay, that's cool. That's pretty cool. You know, just talk about someone else's map on my stream. Let's see if I could boot that comment. No, I'm kidding. I ain't gonna do that. Yeah, this actually needs to come out down there, but I'm not going to do that in this version. But one of the routes that I added, like, the kind of depends on that existing. Now, every route that I put down here, that has to go down here, like, you see how, like, see how it says, like, 3 routes go this way? I can't, like, activate them, but I put too many arrows in to not finish them. If that makes any sense. So yeah, like we'll be here for a while. That's why I said like it's better for me to stream the show instead of just say oh yeah, well I can't release the map because reasons. Like, well, obviously nobody knows how to gauge that themselves. So I am just showing everybody. There's also some stretches down here where there's nothing, but I feel like just adding in traffic lights will fix that. Because that's like the biggest issue with this area. Well, as you get further down, that there's traffic lights, but they don't point to anything. Like, okay, so like the goal is to have basically every street, even this is like low quality in my standard, but actually no, let's go to a street where I fixed it up so I can like actually get back to work. Where did I put anything last? Where did I put anything last? Oh yeah. Here. Can I do a Wellington? There's literally a bus depot, like maybe like down the street from Wellington. There would be like I forget the name of it, but oh, it's Roosevelt. It's right down the street from Wellington. There's no real need to have it. That'd be like overkill. So yeah, anyway. The goal is to have every street look into like not like a load screen. That's stupid. That's pretty stupid. Any day now, game. Really appreciate you. Actually, no, even this is kind of low quality. Okay, like a combination between this street and this one. Whereas, like, you know, there's signs. There's like, they don't all have to have dividers in the middle of the street, or they don't all have to have parked cars, but they definitely have to have signs and lights based on where they are. Like, you see, like this light has like advertisements on it because it's like this, like down. You know what? I know there's a street that has what I'm talking about. Hold on. Also, I spawned in at Wellington, so I'm going to pass by the depot before I go down to where I'm talking about. I really hate these load screens. Like, like everyone has their least favorite thing in the world. Some people, it's root canal. I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, here's the depot. Like, it was like right down the street from Wellington. It's like that's like this long access way. That wasn't what I was trying to show. I just wanted to, like, prove how close it was. This is where the terminal actually used to be before I merged maps. The terminal used to be like okay, so the depot was right here, and the terminal used to be like right here in this spot. That's why there's like a big old empty nothing. But this big old empty nothing works because there's still the rail here. Why did I click into the water? That was stupid! Okay, let's see if I can... No, I cannot. It's too far away. There, go to entry point. I think... Where is there... Nope, there's not one at 19th no more. This will be the closest one. Okay, now I'm going to try to show you the quality standard I'm going for. After these load screens, everyone. So how's everybody doing? How's everybody's day going? I know it's Wednesday for everybody. A lot of people live in exclusive 7-Eleven territory, so I know a lot of y'all want to go there and get those Slurpee cups. I have me a cup of drink here. I'm going to enjoy it. I would like to say there is a train depot, but it's in this direction, like over here. But I don't want to like go to it now because I just clicked off of it, and I'm waiting 15 years for the game to load. Okay, finally, after 15 years, quality content. Oh, it actually loaded in after I said that. So, let's... Content. This is the good stuff right here. Oh my god. Oh my dear lord. Yeah, okay. So this is pretty much like the standard I'm going for here. Like, you see, like, there's like bits of, like, there's a little box here, electricity box, because there for some reason no utility poles. The signs are relevant to where we are. There's parking signs, but then like when you get to the actual corner, there's supposed to be a no parking sign, but I was too lazy at that end. And then like you get to the next street, and it really looks like you're going down a street. That's the quality standard I'm going for. Content. And then like when we get up to here, like it just keeps going. It just keeps going. And then like little minor stuff like this little parking way. It's like, oh look, a random parking way. That doesn't mean nothing. But then you see a little sign that says, oh yeah, you can park here. Like little small stuff like that is what I'm trying to add in, so that like when you're going down the street, you really feel it. Like you're going down the street. Alleyways and stuff like that. Like, yeah, like that's the standard I'm going for. So like when you then go back and compare it to like, heck, we can even go to a different part of this city actually, as a matter of fact. Please. Actually, no, I ain't gonna do all that. I'm gonna go to the south part of the city. With quality content and load screens. Don't you just love when you're trying to show something important and instead the game just spends 50 years loading? That's the greatest thing in the world. Alright, after this, I'm just going to start working in the south part of the city. I'm done. Can't take it anymore. So I said I have a nice cup of drink. I'm lying. It's a freaking bottle of water. Okay. So like even here, after 15 years of loading and impatientness, the main part that's lacking is the parts that I was referring to with ugh, like scenery. Like we're still lacking in a scenery department here. At least this won't be as slow as the rest of the map was. I'm lying. Oh my god, I'm lying. Yeah, some things should... Do I really need to have these repeat every like 10 feet? 10 meters, whatever. 30. And also a lot of what I have to do is like I have to fix stuff that I did before when I didn't know better. But like there are some parts of the map that I made before I started actually learning about how to play scenery. Like for example, down here, like you see like a little bit of like junk. Like there's like what this was the highway that's now over there used to run under here, which I did not know made the game lag a little bit more than it's supposed to. But I never took out the little ground pieces after I moved it. I just kind of left it there. Well, actually, this was this section and beyond was part of the merge map, but I'm leaving it there because it's just like it's like kind of like a reminder. Like so what I did was I put little construction vehicles and stuff here. So it kind of like looks like, okay, we moved the highway over, so we closed off this section, and I like it that way. But NASCAR fan actually had the clever idea, which was actually really smart, to like make the highway come out here. But by the time I merged the maps, I already moved the highway to the other to over there. So it's like okay, so not this one, not the upper one, but this one down here. The upper one is pretty much like the non-exit part. The lower part is where everything exits at. That's where I moved everything to, basically. Like this whole section is like the highway. Like this is like the main part. This will be like where everything merges in. And this is like exit to the road. But I didn't add any highway signs. Actually, now back. I want to add that in. I'll probably do that on my own time. That's because I also got to make them merge back together, which is going to take a while. But yeah. Actually, I wonder how this will look. I just had a crazy idea that may or may not determine how future highway signs look. Like, I want to have some access ways from the road, and I want to see if that will actually look right. So far, it's looking like a no. I'm about to just cancel it right now. Yeah, ew. It's looking like so much for no. I'm like actually kind of sad I came up with the idea. Maybe like a smaller version? No, that's just a bigger version of the same thing. Yeah, no, that looks bad. So what I was going to do was I was going to make this little. I was about to point to it with my hand like a dum dum. It's going to make this sit in the middle of the road and say turn here to get on the highway. But like, it's not looking the way I thought it would at all. Hey, hold up. Am I missing a marker? I am. Oh, wow. I'm missing a lot in this area. Wait, hold on. Let me actually grab this arrow. Because I'm too lazy to spawn new ones in. Alright, click right about here. Welcome to the stream, fellow beast. I think I did put something here, because... No, I didn't. That's the only one that's here. 6 meter... No. It has to be 12. The 6 would just bring it up to the ground. There we go. Wait, what? Oh, I put it too far over, so I could have just left it at... No, 6. Just take out the part that says UPS, because it's the express. Okay. Okay. I'm actually going to continue from where I was working before because I feel like even though that's going to be ugh, it still kind of seems nice. Okay. The road under is the rest of the highway. It like splits off and then merges back together. So like this part at the bottom is where, like, if you're exiting on these streets or merging back in on these streets, that's what this part's for. This part is just like to go past all of that. I don't have anything running up here, so I kind of just like cut it off after like here because like I don't have anything going up here, so there's no point in having to actually continue. But everything else merges back in down here, so it's like, alright, so I'll make this like the focus part. And that's why there's more scenery on these parts than there is up there, because again, like, you wouldn't actually see this part anyway, so it's just there for looks. But like, down here, they merge back together. So my focus will be on like, on these parts and further down. Where the heck did I put that sign at? Alright, I need you to come here, bro. Wait, rotate 90. About 270. Need you to be 90. Because I need this to be here. You can be rotated 180. And I think the height would be 4.5. Nope. Nope, that's too low. How the heck was it 4.5 on the rest of the highways then? You know what? I'm getting sick of your crap, OMSI. So this isn't going to work the way I want it to because the sign doesn't go as far as I thought it would. What? Having like the highway split off and then like having a bypass and stuff? No, that's how highways work. That's how they prevent traffic. Having a bypass for the traffic that's not even going anywhere near the area, but having like the local way so that like the local traffic can go through. That's literally how like a lot of highways work. See, this still doesn't look the way I wanted it to. I thought this little archway would just stop right here, but it doesn't. It's too big. No, wrong one. Exit now is what I wanted. You mean it's not a page, it's a part of the software. I'm gonna show you how after I do this. See, this doesn't look the way I wanted it to. Also, the arrow doesn't point in the direction I wanted it to. Oh well. Let's see if I can move this, make it look more. Nope. That's really the best place to have it. Ew. I hate this so much. Like, I want to scrap the idea, but it actually kind of looks okay. It's just like if this stupid archway wasn't as big as it is. Whatever. Okay. Give me a second to answer some questions. Okay. So, in order to make a shortcut to the OMSI editor, what you would do is you go to your OMSI folder, and then you find your OMSI.exe file. You right-click this. Yes, that's right-click. You create a shortcut, and it'll say like you'll have your shortcut. Now you right-click your shortcut, go to Properties. And then like right here, it'll say like OMSI.exe, like is your target. Go to the end of that and add -editor. And hit OK. So now you have a shortcut to OMSI editor. There, it was that simple. I already have that, so I don't need it. What else do I need to add? I need to add lights along this stretch right here. Those little short ones, I mean. There's something else I need to do, but I'm not remembering what it is. But it's definitely like sign related. What's this? Well, know what, English? Even if not all highways, the fact that highways do that is the point I was making there. It doesn't have to be all highways for it to be some highways. Just like not all rectangles are squares, but all squares are rectangles. It's that same rule. Just because it's not all highways doesn't mean it can't be some highways. I think that's too high. This will be a good. No, it's too low, but I'll keep it like that. 30. A little too short? No, that actually looks fine. Okay. So now I just need... Oh wait, I can put like the tunnel lights here. Do I even have the tunnel lights spawned? Oh, I'm not going to use stuff that's not spawned in already. Like little wall gates. I'm starting to understand why I couldn't like run it before. There's like a lot of effort and detail going into like this little highway section alone, and like none of it is like driving related. Okay, 3.5. 300. So I'm guessing that you never had a computer before. So when you go to Steam, right? You go to your library. You go to the game that you're trying to get to the folder of. You go to properties. And you go to local files. And you go browse local files. And that's how you get to the folder for any game on Steam. Like not just OMSI, any game on Steam, that's how you get to the folder for it. Literally nothing that gets put on your computer except for maybe like apps from the Windows Store. Everything that goes in on your computer goes to a folder. The only thing that doesn't go to a folder is apps from the Windows Store because they try to put it in a way that you can't get to it. But of course, there's a way around that. But we're not going to talk about that because that's technically illegal. Let's attach the spleen. Well, I mean, like, no, what there was. It's one of those things where it's like the obvious didn't need to be pointed out. It's like I'm talking about the highways that I'm basing this design off of. So, like, to say not all highways, even though we're not talking about all highways, it's like that's not really the point I'm making there. I'm saying that there are highways that split off like this, and that's the ones I'm basing this off of. Like, it really wouldn't make any sense to be like, oh, but you know, not all highways do that. It's like, but that's not the point. The point is there are highways that do, and that's the one I'm basing this on. Okay. There we go. That's what I need to do. Why didn't I just do that in the first place? Like, please tell me I chose the right one, too. Alright, good. Good. Because if this thing crossed the street after... Oh my god, it's floated. Alright. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix this right now. If this was real life, people would just jump off in that little gap that I'm putting in. I don't feel like fixing it. That's too much work for nothing. I feel like the game should just know what I'm trying to do and just do it. Like, sometimes it's just like I don't want to fault OMSI for being broken because it's not really like a broken game type thing right here. But it's just like sometimes they should just know what you're trying to go for and just do it instead of like having you have to sit there and be all precise with it. As of now, no. Like, everything that I showed in previous versions, except for the 124, 125, is pretty much the same in this one. Like, I didn't really change anything yet. I've been mainly focusing on, like, adding scenery in, even though it's like I'm taking forever to just put down one object. Alright, I need to add in lights. Wait, which is the street? I won't focus on the street. Add all the stuff here. There's no, like, from a development standpoint, I know, like, a lot of people probably disagree because they like to explore, but there's no real point in adding scenery on streets that you're not, like, going to have active, because that's just going to lag everybody's computer for no reason. So what I like to do is, like, I put, like, a lot of detail into the streets that, like, are in focus. Like here, like Oregon Avenue. I like to put a lot of detail on the streets on, like, Yeah, like where you do drive, so that like you can just see it while you're driving instead of like putting it where nobody's going to be looking, just for that one person that likes to explore. Because they're like, oh hi, how come there's no scenery over here? It's like the map didn't tell you to go that way. Not my fault. And where's those road markings? I need to like add those down too. Oh wait, no, I went too far down. Wait. Oh wait, I forgot to add in because I actually can use these now. The objects that Gerald sent me yesterday. I definitely can use this now. Forgot to add those in. Alright, let's see. Where's those little pole things? I need you. Come here, pole thing. Dang, where the heck is the pole thing? Sign Street. There you go. I mean, Cayuga could have a toll road, and like as I pointed out yesterday, the only issue with that is that one doesn't exist that I could just plop in the game. Like there is like a few toll road objects from like the Great Grundorf map that I could use, but I can't just plop them in where I previously put roads. I would have to physically delete a lot of it to put it in, or like change the layout and then like have to like it'll just be too much work for such a small reward. Honest opinion. Like there would be like I would have to do like so much to get like something so. It's like not to say that a toll road wouldn't make the map pop because like the places I'm trying to base this off of actually do utilize toll roads, but it's just like shoot, that was a bad choice. But it's like, well, first of all, I have to delete like most of the highway and like replace it in a way where like the toll road can access it. And then like when I finally do that, it's like the toll road won't even be able to access it, and then like I would have to redo like all the exits. It'll be too much. It'll be too much. It's like for me to do this by myself and still have like everyone expecting me to release it in a certain like time frame. It's like I can't do all that extra stuff as much as I actually do want to. So like don't get me wrong. But like, put this here. What's missing? Something's missing. Can't be parked cars because I'm not aiming for that right now. It's road markings. I literally just said I need road markings. So what do? I forget. That's what I do. I forget. Steal this bus stop for a minute. You, come here. Need your services. Alright, I'm gonna put you right here. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now we're getting a little bit of a city feel. I'm getting a little bit of a feel. The sign to be here. Ooh, too far, too far, too far, too far, too far, too far, too far. Hate mistakes like that. Yeah, actually, I actually would have to because it doesn't look right the way I have it now. Would that be good at 0.3 or 0.6? I'm gonna try 6. And it's salty because that's the wrong way anyway. Was it no turn left? Yeah, no left turns. There's no point in turning left off of there. 6? No, 3. Is there even an attachment point 8 here? Nope. Well, hopefully people get the message and just don't. Oh wait, there's a way around that. Use your brain, bro. There's this little magical signs that say do not enter that I can just place. I need to go grab some poles. I'm gonna add the media in. I'm not going to forget about that because I definitely need to. It doesn't look right without it. Where's the ground? Oh, I just pushed it too far away. Nope, that's not the case. It's definitely really far above the ground. No, below the ground, I should say. This doesn't work, then I'm just gonna forget about it. I'm not gonna sit here and try to struggle to get this stupid. It's like right there too. And I want to struggle a little bit more. I feel like it'll pay off a little bit for that, like extra. Nope, it didn't. It sucked, and I can't believe I believed in myself. Let's see, how about 9? Is that too high or is that too low? You know what, whatever, it's perfect for me. Alright, we're just going to put that right against this pole here so it looks like it's part of that. Yeah, no, it's too far, it's too low. Okay. Okay. That was actually getting very annoying very fast. The 0 or to be 90 that I'm trying to do. Now it's 90, you stupid. There we go. That's a good. Okay. Where's that little divider that I usually use? Yep, there we go. I don't feel like putting any effort, so I'm gonna like kind of cheat a little bit. Huh. Okay, and we're gonna repeat. We're gonna repeat 2.5 for about 15. That should be good. Lisa points out that this little sign is off center. And now somebody just has a little bit of a highway pole just poking into their house. Like, hey, I'm trying to go home. But it's like, ah, no, you got a little pole in your house there, bruh. I mean, okay, there is literally 37 routes in this map. There's no like right now, I'm literally trying to make the map look like something worth driving on. Like I think I don't know if I'm making that clear enough, but like there's enough routes to drive. What I'm trying to do now is make it so that you're not just driving on the same streets with different numbers on your display board. Like a lot, like there's literally like about 37 routes to drive. Most of them looking like the same because a lot of them using these same streets right here, the same like 4-lane streets, because there's like no other 4-lane streets have like connecting points. So I use this street a lot. But the issue is now, like it's pretty clear that I use that street a lot because like everywhere you go kind of looks the same. So I'm trying to make it look different, like look diverse, and also like be worth driving on. You're not late. I mean, oh, we've been streaming for an hour. Well, you're not late. At least not to my standards. If anything, I'm the late one. I start streaming way later than I usually do. Let's see, tow bus, because this is where a bus stop will be. It's looking better now. Wait, hold on. If I could push these houses a little closer into the sidewalk, it'll just look like that pole is going to the house for support, which I know kind of sounds stupid, but it looks more realistic than what's going on right now. Wait, wait, I need to go through the middle. Well, I mean, yeah, like using different buildings and stuff would like spruce it up, but you know, well, two things I don't want to do. I don't want to like overdo the requirements, and I don't want to overdo like unnecessary like scenery stuff. Like, for example, right here, like you could tell that this street right here isn't the same as like, say, for example, this one right here. Even though they have the same houses on the side, you can just tell because of how everything's set up. It's not the same order, you know, it's a different layout, stuff like that. Even though they go both go in the same direction, you can tell they're different. So like, I don't want to like I can replace some buildings with others, but like I don't want to like get like too many different ones where they don't need to be. Like right now, like if I took out the row houses, what would I replace it with, you know? This area like is a row house area. So if I replaced it with nothing just for the sake of having like too many diverse buildings, it's like it really wouldn't send the same message. At the same time, it's like, yeah, like there's like small stuff you can do that makes it look different. It's not necessarily like you always have to do these like different things. It's where you place it and how you place it that makes a difference. Like in real life, The street that I live off of, it's like I know where stuff is because all like it's nothing but like abandoned factories through the whole stretch, and they all pretty much look the same. I know it's like an odd example, but let's go with it. But like some factories are further back than others, and like others have like trees like hanging over it at certain points. In some parts of the street, like the signs are placed differently, and like I just know where I am based on like small stuff like that. Even though all the buildings themselves look the same, I can still tell where what is. And that's the kind of atmosphere I'm going for. It's like I don't want to like overload the computer with like different objects being loaded in constantly, but at the same time, it's like where I'm placing it will actually make people know where they are. So it's like, yeah, that's like important to me. That's what's more important to me when it comes to placing objects. I feel like this should be like right up on the edge. Right up on the edge, like practically on a crosswalk. There we go. 0.1 be too high? I feel like that would be too high. Oh, that's fine. A lot more perfect than I thought it would be, actually. Alright, so now we're going to do this street. Well, first of all, we're going to get rid of that. They don't need to be there no more. Not with the way I'm running things around here. Okay. Alright, so I need lights. Not those, though. I guess we'll... No. No. Where's the single? There we go. Alright. No. No problem, gaming troll. Just remember though, like a lot of times, like some people just like overthink things when it comes to like this game. Don't like the basic stuff. You don't gotta overthink. Like how to get to your folder is pretty much the same as like any other game. Like, so like yeah, just don't think too much. Like that's the one thing you gotta do is don't think too much. The game itself is kind of hard to get around, but like the basic stuff, like how to get to the folder and how to change stuff, that's simple. Yeah, there we go. Put this about 15 in. 12, 13, 14, 15. There we go. Okay. I think this will be like the road where I have cars parked on it. Where the heck is the... Oh. Alright, we'll select it, but I won't put it down yet, because I just forgot about something. I gotta change the traffic rules so that cars don't drive this way. Hopefully I thought ahead and did this beforehand, but I probably didn't. Nah, I didn't. I tend not to think ahead that much. Oh, speaking of things I need to think ahead on, get rid of this crap. Cause lag. Okay, so little bit of a side. So like when you're using these 4-lane roads, traffic turns wherever they feel like. So let's say like a car is on this road and they're trying to turn. If a car is also on this road trying to turn on the same light, they'll just sit there and they'll just wait forever. I don't know why. We just do that. So what I try to do to avoid that whole thing is I just try to make it so that cars just don't turn. Which saves a lot of time for everybody. Everybody has a good time, you know, stuff like that. Where the heck does this road go? Why did I block it off? Oh, it's supposed to go somewhere, and I took it out for some reason. I'm stupid. Okay. So anyway, getting back to the subject at hand. How exactly was I expecting traffic to get onto this road? I guess just spawn in. Actually not a bad idea. Alright, we'll keep it like that. We won't go any further. Hopefully the game will realize what I'm trying to go for. And you know what? They won't. So let's just avoid all conflict and just have everything not going that way. There we go. I realized the game, like, sometimes, like, if you set one part of the thing, there's, like, sometimes when you set one part of this, like, say, like, if I had this to be, like, so cars can go on it, the game sometimes realizes that, or you have, I don't know, my bad, I did it wrong. Like, if you have this one set so cars can go on it, sometimes the game will realize that you don't want cars to go in here, so it has them shift lanes. But other times they don't, and they're just like, oh, I'll just send them both down that street anyway. So I literally had to sit there and, like, make sure every single pathway that they could possibly spawn from does not allow them to go on that road if I don't want them to be on that road. Which is annoying in itself, but what can you do? Anyway, now I can put down the parked cars. Technically, I'm working on where the 68 would run. But I'm not really working on a route per se, I'm working on the scenery around it. So I'm not actually working on the 68, I'm working on Oregon Avenue. Oh crap, I messed up. Please tell me to correct me. Okay, good. How about to say, if it was just going to sit there and be like, oh, you messed up, bro, now we're going to spawn this. Sometimes when you click while you're placing an object and you don't actually place the object, this number right here goes up to, like, wait, hold on. Let me switch over. My fault. So, like, the number I have highlighted, sometimes that goes up to, like, 1,000. And the only way to fix that is to delete the object you just placed. But you probably wouldn't notice that it happened at first. Because 9 times out of 10, if you click after placing an object, the camera goes, like, somewhere over here, and you don't know where the object went. So you automatically, by default, you're like, okay, whatever, it's not there. Click off of it, and then, like, it's gone. And then, like, you know, then you go back to the spot. It's like, oh, wait, where'd the object I placed go? Guess I placed another one. And then, like, later on, the game just crashes. Because it's like, oh, that object you placed at 1,000 doesn't show up. What was you thinking, bro? Many annoying things when it comes to, like, placing objects in this game. You can't accidentally click off of it when you're placing it. Like, they do not reward you for small mistakes. Like, they actually super punish you if you make a small mistake. It's like, oh, you made a mistake? Oh, your day is going to be terrible now. Do I have bike paths in memory? Because I want to add those in, actually. That's 36. There's already a 68 Express. The 68 Express goes on a highway. There's really no need for a direct version. 30. Wait. No, 7. 300. Like, alright, so, like, yeah, like here. Hold up. Here. The 68, this is the 68 Express. What it does is it goes on a highway, and then it comes out the highway about where the airport would be, and then it just goes straight to the hub from there. Which is pretty much like what the real life, oh, that's the US dot road signs folder is where, what's in it? It's the folder that Gerald made yesterday for like street signs, which I'm going to use soon. That's why I spawned them into memory. There we go. That's what I needed. That's what I need in my life. The thing that makes all urban people angry is bike paths, and that's exactly what I'm about to add. Am I evil? No, English. Hold on. I'm about to send you to high school real fast. Scepter. Okay. So what I'm gonna need you to do Dang, it's not working. Sit here trying to play people, and so yeah. No, I'm gonna need you to take a little bit of a look at this right here that I'm posting in the chat. And then after you're done looking at that, you'll see why I'm not renaming nothing for nothing. And while we do that, I'm going to continue placing my bike lanes. Should be a little bit off actually, so that you can see both lines. Let's see, we're going to make you be like 100. And just keep that repeating for a while. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Okay. Did I mention how afraid I am of making minor mistakes in this game because of how unrewarding it is to do that? Like, this game legit punishes you if you make a minor mistake. Oh, did you click the wrong spot when you place an object? The game crashes. Oh, did you push the wrong button when starting up your vehicle? Game crashes. I'm gonna make it go a little bit further, and then it's like no need to go that far beyond because at no point will you be going. See, originally I was gonna have the street keep going and then have everything start from there instead of at the depot, but it would have taken too long. It actually kind of looks like the reverse of City Line if you look at it, because like City Line has the bike lane on this side. Yeah, see, there's a lot of twists and turns on a 68 going to 69th Street, but like going from Broad and Oregon to the actual hub, it goes on 2 streets, and that's the part I'm replicating because that's the part I actually used, and also that was the original route. The point is, both the express and the local is labeled 68. Not one of them was called 168, and that so it's like that's what I'm doing is based on, and that's why it's like I don't know why you keep going on tangents when I try to make points. A connection error occurred. What the? Oh, okay. I'm about to say, like, hold up. So I got disconnected from my own stream for a minute, which was weird. All right, let me split it up here. No! Like I said, unrewarding when you make a minor mistake. Hold on, I gotta do some math real fast. Calculator. 100 minus 31.4355. Okay. But there's no undo button for stuff like this. Once you do that, that's it. You screwed up. 68.5648. I meant to delete this section, and then stupid, like, I forgot to actually select it first. Wait. No, 68, why the heck did it... Convincing myself that it's okay. No one's really going to notice. It's a little bit of a... No, that's going to cause lag, so I actually do got to fix that. Stupid thing is so annoying sometimes. Like, seriously. You make one little minor mistake and it's like... Like, why? Why is there, like, no undo button? Like, seriously. That's like the single most annoying thing that you could build into a game is the lack of an undo button on your builder. Like every other software with like a creation thing, it's like if you make a minor mistake and you're like, you know what, I need to undo it. You can just click undo. For some reason, they didn't think that you would need one on this. They're like, they're like, oh, you know what, that's fine. No, nobody would notice. Nobody would care. Like, dude, like that's like the biggest thing in an editor software is to include an undo button. Like, like I can't name any other ones that I've ever used that did not come with one. Like Control Z, like come on now, that's like everyone, it should just be standard to like make that functional. But nope, not here. Doing that here crashes your game, I think. Oh yeah, they're actually it's like okay, so like here it's like the bike lanes like depend on like what street it is. Like in the parkway they're green, but like in other parts they're just like painted lines with the with like a bike logo on it, not really like the special lane color. But the only ones that exist in OMSI have the special lane color, so I'm not going to sit there and try to customize it because I don't use them as much as I could. If I used them more, then I would definitely try to make them the same color as the street. But okay, did I do it good? No, I didn't. There's still two more parts I have to do. This is a lot for such a small reward. Come on, game, stop messing with me. Just need to get some stuff done. Just trying to have a good time here. Stop it. Okay, there we go. I swear, if I somehow messed it up, I'm suing. I don't know who I'd sue or how I'd actually have a case, but I'm suing somebody. Ugh. Well, actually, this one I could be a lot less precise because I actually have to add the walk path here. Thanks, Bob. Okay. Now we're actually starting to get somewhere. We're actually starting to get a place. I'm starting to get a place here. See, I was initially going to add them going back in the other direction, but that whole lack of undo thing just made me mad. So we're just going to leave that alone for now. Now I gotta change the path a little bit for the 68 so that the 68 local doesn't use the lanes where I put the cars. That's not gonna take long though. Alright, filter start station, and we're gonna filter it to this one. That's specifically the one I want to use too. Alright, we're going to use this side of the street. No. Alright. That's what I like about the station link way when you're doing routes. Like doing it this way, it's like it's so convenient. It's like say you want to change this one small section without breaking the whole route. Just click on the side and like, all right, we'll put it here instead. Doesn't break anything else. On the other hand, there's a lot to be said for it being bad. This still doesn't have the appearance I wanted to have, though. Like, it looks okay, but not really. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna make cars be on this side. No, see, because I need them to come off the highway. Alright, so let's do this. Make them come off the highway, but then make the road for the highway stop about here. Alright, so there's a method to my madness, and I'm about to like show it in a second. Okay, so what I did was I split up the road so that now, technically, this part and that part is two different roads. So now I can make the cars not spawn on this part while still coming into this lane for the highway. Ah, smart guy. Major smart guy here. I got an IQ of 4.5. I'm smarter than most of America. That's mean. So now I can actually do what I was going to do initially and have like... Where the heck do I expect cars to come from? Screw it, this is a minor street anyway. Alright, so you can't go there. Straight up the road. I'm not going to put in the effort to put in bike lanes here, so, you know, because that's going to take too much time. I'm just doing this so I can put parked cars on the side and have, like, traffic go around it, just for that little extra oomph of realism. Alright, that should be good. Why didn't I just do this in the first place? I'm not as smart. Okay, I could have just done this. There would have been no problem for anybody's here. There we go. And then, like, I could just change the path for the 68 so that, like, when it pulls up to that stop. I'm so not smart. Like, why did I not think of that in the first place? I'm actually not the world's biggest fan of bike lanes in real life, but they exist. So, like, for the extra oomph of realism, I'm adding them in the game. Cause like you said, like especially in here, it's like they close off a lot of already narrow streets to like add in bike lanes. But it's just like, again, like Chestnut Street is like the perfect example because it was only like initially it was 3 lanes wide. It was 2 lanes wide. No, initially it was 3 lanes wide. Then they closed off one of the lanes to add in the bus lane. Fine, because there's a lot of bus traffic. That's fine. But then they closed off another lane to add in the parking traffic so that they can make one of the lanes bike lanes. Not fine. Now Chestnut Street is only 1 lane road. So it's like, where the heck, like, it's a 1 lane road on a U.S. highway. Because it's U.S. Route 3 at some points. So it's like, what were they thinking? They took that too far. Way too far. I'm not against bike lanes, but I'm not 1,000% pro either. I'm like in the middle. Bike lanes exist everywhere. I never said he didn't. They're literally everywhere. There's like not a single part of the world that does not know what a bike lane is. They're everywhere. And let me turn this back on actually. Okay, this is looking better, but not exactly good. Oh, let me get off the little path thing. That's getting in the way. And now it just looks bad. For some reason, the paths just made it look more alive, and now that they're gone, it's like, oh, wait, by the way, sir, you forgot to put anything here. I mean, like, I don't want to get mad at them for using the bus lanes on Chestnut Street because, like, it's not their fault. When traffic gets bad, it's like, sometimes you ain't got a choice. But it's just like the fact that they're going so far out their way to add bike lanes on streets that are already narrow. It's like, dude, like, what the heck was the point about? And then, like, again, like, a city like here, it's like they don't even use the bike lanes. They're just there to look good. Let's see, how about 40 for this? Yeah, 40. 40 is a good number. How about 50? 50 is a good number. I should add in 2 more cars, right? Yep. I'm going to avoid putting them here because I'm trying to fake a bus stop. Have them face the other way. What I should do is I should like actually add in like. Okay, now it's actually starting to look a little bit like Liberty. It was a joke, but it wasn't a good one. That's actually a bad thing. Because there's actually a stretch of Liberty where I have like a whole bunch of trees, and like there's like a road where like there's cars parked on both sides. And it looks just like this. Oh wait, there's something I gotta fix. I keep forgetting to fix it. The height off the ground so that the tires don't appear to sink into the ground. This is something that a lot of people forget to fix, but like it's really important for like realism reasons. Alright, so like, okay, anybody who's a map editor in this stream, pay close attention. So when you're placing parked cars on the ground, always remember to put the Z height at 0.1 meters. Because if you don't do that, the cars will spawn with, like, if parked cars do spawn, they'll spawn with their wheels in the ground. And you don't want that. They don't look good. So like I said, anybody who makes maps in the stream who's watching, pay close attention. This is for you. It's for you. Always remember to make sure you set that to 0.1 off the ground. Because otherwise the tires appear to sink into the ground. This one is like the only one I did it right on. Okay. So did everybody get that? Everybody got that memo? It's all clear in everyone's head now? If I do a pop quiz, will everybody remember? Or will you all fail? I'm testing you. Next time I see you guys editing the map, I'm testing you. I'm be like, what do you do with cars? And you're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, exactly. Because I didn't ask the question, I just said, what do you do with cars? You passed the test. Congratulations. Okay. Okay, let's actually place the cars here too. I'm actually going to end the stream soon because it's 4 o'clock in my time, and I have to like get ready to leave in about an hour or 3. So like I'm gonna place a few more objects. For like education reasons, I want to place a few more objects, and then I want to end it. I'm not really saying anything anyway. I'm really just here for like if I mute myself and just keep doing what I'm doing, it won't be like any different. And I'm pretty sure there's some people here that have me muted. I know because when I watch streams, I mute people, depending on who they are. 180, 7, 50. I gotta fix this. I messed up. Yeah, the car should be about here. Yeah. And then we're going to replace those at the other side. And then we rotate that back to normal. Actually, I think I should move that up a little bit. There we go. Okay. So now I'm going to put down signs because it's like, okay, so when you're using the DBC objects, the signs is like probably the most important, but also the least important thing at the same time. Most important because, you know, like it just adds to the life of the city that you're trying to build, especially when it's American. Because like in most American cities, you see signs every 5 feet. Like sometimes there'll just be signs saying, "Hey, this is a sign. Look at it." I wish I was exaggerating. But so what you want to do when placing signs is, first of all, set it up so that you have it ready. So put down a couple, like when I use the DBC objects, I always use the sideways facing pole. Because like you can see, like if it's facing against the street, then it's facing the sign that you're going to place is going to be facing the direction that you want to be in. But like the one that's like the rear pole, like you can't really see where it's facing until you put a sign on it. So yeah, like I put like a couple of these down. Sometimes I just stop there and just like I put the poles down, but normally when I do it like that, I forget. So the next step is, well, first of all, I gotta do on this street too. Again, put some more poles down whenever they load. Actually, no, I'm messing up. Stop placing poles. What I should have done first was I should have put down freaking lights, the doi. Again, like I said, like sometimes I just forget. Attach the spleen. Gotta be spleen attached because I want to repeat. Okay. Alright, so best thing when you're placing, oh no, let me change the other view. The best thing you want to do when you're placing lights is have it attached to this, like the spleen, and then repeat it like 30 meters for 300 meters, unless your road is longer than that. 300 usually covers like most roads though. And the reason why you want to do that is because you see how that looks. Yeah, you see that. You don't want to make the mistake I made like further down here, like I think it was here. Is it this one? No. One of these roads I made like a horrible mistake. I think it's on the other side altogether. But like you never want them to be too close together. No matter how bright you want your street to be, you never want them to be too close together. But yeah, so yeah, like repeated. Alright, I'll do it slower. Alright, so you spawn the object, you attach the spleen, and then you place it on the road that you place down where you want the lights to go along. Then you put it at like the closest to 0 you can get, and like as close to the road you can get without actually touching the road. Then what you want to do is you set your Z height to 0.25 because the sidewalk is that high off the ground and most of the DBC objects sink it to the ground. Then you set the rotation, the repeat distance to 30 meters and have it repeat for 300 meters. Also, because it's a DVC light, you gotta rotate it 90 degrees. That's why I kept almost saying, but then forgetting. So you come up with something like this. So you have the lights repeating and they're going down at a reasonable rate. The reason why this is important is because some people, like, they'll place lights individually, like they'll place them one by one, which is fine. It's all well and good. There's nothing against that. There's no rules that say you can't do it that way. But when it comes to actually placing them, that way takes so much longer. Like, you'll end up being here like 4 times as long placing everyone individually. And I actually feel bad when I see people do that. It's like, like I said, there's no right way to do it. Like, that's actually a perfectly fine way to do it. But it's just, it takes so much longer doing it that way. And plus, on the flip side, doing it that way, if like, say you want to do what I just did with the well, actually, it's not really the same. Like, let's say this bike lane was your road, right? And you want to delete it. If you delete it, but don't delete the objects that you attach to the spleen first, the game starts acting weird. So it's like, that's why I said there's no right way to do it. But if you're absolutely positively positive you want the road to stay there, then it's best to, like, attach your lights to the spleen instead of placing each one individually, because it'll just take so much longer that way. Hopefully everybody learned something today. Right, let me put this bus stop sign here. Also, something when you place bus stops, which is like kind of important. So, like, let's say you're doing what I'm doing. You're just placing down signs instead of shelters. Like, alright, say like you're allowed to put down signs and like this. Like, you're putting down signs as objects. This is for my map developer people, not for like people who are just here to chill. And okay. Putting down signs and then putting down a bus stop cube is never enough. Like, you see how, like, over here, like, I have people sitting here, like a person cube. Like, you want to actually put those in. If you put down one of these, you get about, this is about 6 people that will spawn in here. So, let's say you want 20 people to spawn in here. What you do is you just spawn in another one of these. If you put a shelter in, you don't need to put those down because the shelters automatically spawn people. But if you don't put down a shelter, then yeah, like, you actually have to go the extra step and put down people cubes. And for the reason that I'm stating, right, like, you see what I'm doing, like a lot of objects I'm putting down come from Chicago. That's why you need Chicago to run, like, most of the maps that I make. Cause, like, there's not a lot of, like, alternative objects, like, to use in place of the Chicago objects. Like, there's not a lot of Alright, I'm gonna like put up an example. Like, actually no, here we go. Not a lot of these kind of houses that exist outside of Chicago. Actually, I don't know if any do exist outside of Chicago. And it's like, these kind of signs, I don't see none of them that exist outside of Chicago. I mean, like, recently somebody made, like, a pack of speed limit signs, so I don't need to use Chicago's anymore, but since I already use them so much, it's like, and plus I use, like, all these other objects from Chicago, it's like, I might as well just continue the trend. But yeah, like, for that reason, like, Orndelphia has a lot of, like, this kind of stuff too. But I think Orndelphia has more of it because I made that back when, like, Chicago was, like, my limit. But yeah, like, okay, so let's put down the signs. Alright, so what we're going to do now, we're going to put down signs that says you can park here. I'm only going to do that where I started to put them down, wherever I did that at. Okay. Attach to object. Where'd that pole go? Okay. And the reason why, okay, when it comes to placing the Chicago signs, like the reason why I use the attach function instead of just placing them like I did with that bus stop sign is because I can do this. If I want to move it, you know, the physical sign follows. See? And it's like, so when I put down lights, for example, and like say if the pole was in the way, and I didn't realize it because I didn't put down lights first, then I could just move the pole out the way, and then the sign will follow. Now the issue comes into the fact that like how I put down bus stop cube things, I can't do the same thing. I mean, not the bus stop cubes, but because like the bus stops were not built for Chicago. They were actually made by orange juice. So like they don't follow the same rules that the Chicago signs follow. So I actually do have to place those individually. This is looking alive. I think I should add up like a speed limit sign or something too. Where are those poles though? I swore I put poles on this street. More than just that one. Definitely swear I put down more than just that one, but whatever. You get what you get. Gonna put down some poles here. Also, a little like, alright, so like I also follow like a rule too when it comes to like signs. Well, I just started recently following this rule. I didn't before, and you'll see like some part of the map like I don't follow that rule at all. But like when it comes to signs, parking signs are very close to the edge of the sidewalk because they're only meant to be seen by people who are parking. But like speed limit signs, I put like further back. I don't know if there's like, I'm pretty sure it's not US standard or anything like that. You did. I was saying that you made the bus stop signs, but like that's why I placed them differently. But like, alright, so like, yeah, I don't know if that's US standard or nothing like that. So like, you know, don't like say, oh yeah, you know, you're following it, because I'm not following any like standard rules. I'm just doing this because it makes it easier to see while driving. That's the only rule I'm following. Alright, so we're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep attaching some signs to some poles. What the heck? Okay. I absolutely swear that I put down more than like the ones I see right here, right now. Well, it's probably because I attached them. You know what? They're probably under where these lights are. And speed limit miles per hour 30. 30 mile per hour road. Let's see how that looks from an angle. Hold on, let me click off. And let's get to screen so you can actually see how it looks from. Alright, so you can still clearly see while driving the sign that says the speed limit is 30. You come up to this point, you still see it, 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 you still see it. However, if a car is parked right here, let's say like the speed limit sign was like right there and the car was parked right here and it was a big car, you wasn't going to see that sign. But see, like even if you're driving like a little mini car, you'll still see it. So that's why I put the speed limit sign so far back, but the parking lot sign so close. So only people who are parking would see it, but people who are driving will still see the speed limit sign. And I only recently started following that rule, so like, if you're looking like, for example, Liberty, you'll probably see like something else. Because I didn't do that. I didn't do that until like maybe a month ago. No, not even a month ago, because I wasn't like working on stuff that long. Yeah, it was a month ago actually. I started following that rule. Now here's another rule that I did start like from like day one. I just got lazy and stopped doing it after a while. So like every time I put like parked cars on a road, I would also put like a sign like right before the bus stop that says no parking. Now this one is probably more like a US dot thing because I see it like everywhere I go. Hold on, let me bring back up what I'm talking about. Like I think this is more like a US dot thing because like I definitely see this everywhere I go. But I do this because it's my way of knowing like that's where to stop the parked cars at. I normally do that first, but you know, things change, ideas change, people change, addresses change, phone numbers change, first names change, and after a while nobody's able to track you down no more. I was going somewhere a lot more like sane with that, but I don't know, I lost my mind. Okay, so I don't want to go back to the beginning of like what I did before, but like, all right. So long story short, I can't just say when it's going to be done. But the stuff that I'm doing now is like the stuff that like needs to be done to the entire map. Like all the scenery I'm placing now is like scenery that needs to be placed in the entire map. And like, as anyone could tell you who was here since like the beginning, there's a long stretch of road where there's like nothing. So like, first of all, I have to add in buildings. Before I even add in the minor details, I gotta add in buildings and stuff. Then lights. Maybe parked cars, depending on how I'm feeling. Stuff like that. Like, it's gonna be a while before like we're even at a point where I can release it. And the reason why I took down the alpha is because, so when I first released the alpha, I had one rule. Everybody could only use the Chicago bus if they wanted support. Because I only used the Chicago bus when I was testing it. So I couldn't really tell them like what to do, like say they used the Phantom, for example. So what everybody did, anyway, was they got the Phantom, put the Phantom in the map, and was like, oh, whoa, whoa, why can't I use the Phantom? What's going on? What's wrong with the map? It's broken. It's like, I told you to only use the Chicago bus if you wanted support. People didn't listen to me. I said it again. People didn't listen to me. I put it in big red letters on a release page. People didn't listen to me. So you know what? I'm done. I can't do this. I release the map when it's ready, if it's ready, if it ever gets ready. And like I left it at that, and I took it down because I couldn't take it anymore. It's like, if a developer makes like if they release a map and they only have one request, there's no reason why people just can't adhere to it. It's like if all they ask you to do is not use any vehicle other than what they tell you to use if you want to like get the map fixed, then just do what they say. There's no reason why you should just do your own thing and then get mad at the developer. Obviously they didn't test it the way you did. They can't test it the way you did. So they can't fix it the way you're using it. I mean, still to this day I don't use the Phantom. Not because it's bad or nothing, it's just I don't use it. So I still couldn't tell people like, hey, okay, if you're using a Phantom, then you gotta do this. Because I don't have it. And for that reason, I can't, like, oof. Like, for that reason, I can't, like, support, like, stuff like that. Like, I can't support the map if they, like, use stuff that I don't have. If for that, then, like, people wasn't, like, listening to me when I was saying that. They was like, your map is broken, sir. You did this to me. It's like, you know what? Now nobody gets a map. How about that? How do you like them apples? Like, I don't want to sound like one of those like full of themselves developer type people, but sometimes like the public just kind of like ruins it. Like they make it so hard to like It's like they make it so hard to like let everybody have a good time because they want to do it their way and then get mad at the developer and then like fault them for stuff that they're doing. That's not a question. When I finish with this map, I'm finished with this map. As I've said in previous streams, like I'm not like I was working on this map already, so like I worked on this map so long that I might as well just finish it up and send it out so that people can get the objects that they need for other maps. But I'm not working on this map because like, haha, like I want to work on as many maps as possible. No, it's just because the objects need to be out, and I was already working on this map, so I might as well finish and send it that way. So like, when this is done, then this is done. That's just the end of it. There's no like extra part 2 to that question. A lot of people think that like when I finish this that I was going to go over to like work on Liberty or something like that, and like I never said that. I'm making this clear again. I never said that. That is not what I said. That's not what I was thinking. I was thinking when I finished this map that I was going to be finished this map, and that was the end of it. If I want to continue working on other maps, I'll probably do that. Like, yeah. But that's not my goal. My goal is just to get this done. Alright, I think we need science to see what street this is from here. This should be attachment point 3, right? Okay, so we're actually getting more of a feel for the street that we're trying to build here. You come in. Actually, no, hold on. Let me put a little full screen thing there. All right, so you come in, you go this way, and you turn this way. You see a bunch of crap. You pull over here, you see a bunch of crap again. Pull over here. Yeah, that actually looks not bad. What I'm gonna do now is wait, hold on, let me click off the object I have selected. I'm gonna go towards the airport area and add in the exit signs for the highway. Well, how long it takes maps literally depends on like what you're putting in. Like, it's like for example, it's like just throwing down roads. If all you want to do is throw down roads and have no scenery and just have a boring map that people only want routes for, which apparently a lot of more people want than I thought. Kind of sad actually, but yeah, you could literally do something like that in like a matter of days. Well, but like at the same time, it's like the more scenery you want to add, the bigger the map, the longer it takes. So it's like you really, the real question is what kind of map you're aiming for. Like a map this big, a map this big, it's just going to take as long as it takes. Like there's really no simple answer to that. It's just going to take as long as it takes. But like say if you want to build a map the size of like the original Grundorf map, if your skill set is there, you could probably finish that at like in a matter of days with like maximum scenery. But if you're like just starting out, then it'll probably take a lot longer. Like it's like there's no like flat answer. There's no flat rate answer to that question. For me personally, a map outside of Grundorf I can knock out in like about a day. But because of how I build maps, I wouldn't, because like I would start building just the size of Grundorf, and then I would start expanding, and I'll keep expanding until eventually it's like it's just big. One thing I don't like is the DLCs that cost like $20 and have just 2 routes. I can't stand those. So I myself wouldn't make one. Alright, so basically what I'm doing now, in case anybody's wondering, I'm pretty sure they're not, I'm going over to the highway, and I'm gonna put up the signs that says like exit here for whatever. And then then I'll be done with the stream, and well, I'll be done with the editing part of the stream, and I'll go into like the actual gameplay. Oh my lord. I'll be 50 by the time this is done. Like, man, this is taking so long. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that at all. Okay, What should I add here? It looks kind of empty right here. Just the add in that medium that I did before. And put the little sign up. It looks like super barren right here though. Like, it looks like nothing ever was here and ever will be. This is the stuff I'm trying to fix up. Like, a lot of people looking at this is just like, man, it's fine. Don't worry about it, buddy. You got this. But I'm just like, me personally, I can't stand that. Like, I can't just have, like, a whole bunch of nothing. It just makes it look ugly. Makes it look cheap. You know what I mean? Well, I think all the DLCs except for like what's the one? Gladbeck, Metropolitan, like basically all DLCs, like they come with like 2 routes, and it's like I don't understand why they're so popular. I mean, I do, but like I don't. It's just like, for example, Chicago is only popular because like it's like probably the only American thing right now. So like all the Americans just like, oh, we got representation, oh snap. But like some of these other ones, just like, dude, like, why do y'all exist? Like, why is there like 18 versions of Vienna and like all of them you have to pay for separately? Why is there like I don't know, man. And then like they're all like individually popular. No, there's like so many different versions of Hamburg, and like you gotta pay for them separately. Then there's like, a whole bunch of versions of that freaking C2, and you gotta pay for them separately. It's like, yo, like, come on. So much cash grab in this community. Like, I personally don't stand. I don't get it. But like everyone just gets them, so it's like I really can't. I mean, like, if it works, then it's like there's nothing I can really say about that, you know? What's that? Oh. I guess just part of me just wishes that I was good enough to release a DLC. First of all, if I release a DLC, it's not going to be like $20. It's going to be like $5. So that's something you have to consider too. Is like people pay like $35 for this game. I don't think they also like people like in a train sim community. They're probably a little bit more like, I don't care because trains are real and I like trains and I'm obsessed. But in the world of a bus game, people aren't willing to pay that much money after already paying like that much money to get the game in the first place. So I personally don't see like how it's like a thing for like people. Oh, oops. like people to like all willy-nilly throw out these DLCs that cost just as much as the game. Why do I keep typing SEPTA first? This is to... I think I gotta put that in the center. They actually already do. If you download the repaint pack right now, as of this minute, they actually already have ads on them. Granted, there's only 2 sets, but I think that's about that's about it. With ad packs though, because every vehicle I added to the pack has at least 4 sets of ads now, and it's getting ridiculous. So I gotta calm down a little bit. I really wish the streets worked the way these signs do. Like how I have like too much of a grid set up right now. No, let's do the single light. There still needs to be light. I mean, yeah, but like, okay, so like, if it wasn't for me making requirements for people to get Chicago in order to use the maps, then there would be like no benefit to getting Chicago unless you're really that obsessed with just having a new flyer. So it's like, in a sense, like, that's why I said, like, in a sense, Chicago has like a reason to exist now, because like it brought like the American objects to the community, which I could then use. But like other maps, like the many versions of Hamburg, have no purpose. I don't have any news on if like alright, so I don't have any news on any vehicle mods because I don't work on them. It'd be other people. So like if one of the people working on the vehicle mods have an update, then by all means, like ask them. But like that's why like every time I put up a video with like the ad or like something like that, I'll put a link to like the development thread, because like I can't always provide you with updates if there's not always updates being provided to me. So as of this moment, the new Flyer D60 mod was in the same condition as it was when I last seen it, because that's all I know. I don't know anything further than that. So when I last showcased it, that's how it looked. Same with the D60 LFR, the Orions, and all that stuff. All of them. Like, I can't provide updates on that because I don't have that myself. I don't work on it, so it's like that's not really my place to say whether or not it's being worked on or not. I can't say it's not, I can't say it is. I can't say either. It's not my place. You would have to legit ask the developers themselves. The good thing, though, speaking of developers, is that I'm getting closer to like having a more stable map for you guys. I feel like nobody cares though. I have like a really stable, like I really feel like nobody cares. Like a stable release coming up. But like right now it's like I'm just trying to focus on scenery. So like you're just driving down the street, all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, now I'm just driving through a barren wasteland. Or hey, how come there's arrow for this route that doesn't exist? Which was a problem that plagued the first version I released, because like a lot of what I did was like I had like arrows pointing to like where I was eventually going to have routes, but I really thought that people would just go to the schedules and see like which routes exist and just know not to choose the ones that don't exist. I was wrong. People were still looking for the routes that like had arrows. They were like, oh, there's an arrow for this route. Where's it go? Why is it not there? Even when people was using the alpha, they was like, oh, whoa, where's the 139? Where's that at? How come I can't drive that? It's like, I made a list that said what is the routes ran and all that stuff. So right now it's like I'm really going to focus on the scenery and try to get like all the routes that I have like arrows for running. And if not, I'll just delete the arrows so that people don't do that to me again. I remember, yeah, there's a lot more KTA routes. There's like, how many is there? Let's see, the 2, the 19, the 70, the 77. Okay, never mind. There's not a lot more. There's only 3 more. No, there's 4 more. No, it's 5 more. 20 to 50. Yeah, there's 5 more KTA routes. The 92 was replaced by the 2, and the 2 only goes to 10th Street in the city. It doesn't go all the way. It doesn't go all the way anymore. It doesn't go all the way to 30th Street like it did before. The reason I did that, I made that design choice was because the whole going to 30th Street thing made it take too long. And I figured from like a more realistic standpoint, it would just make more sense to have it like going. Shoot, where's that air? Like from a more realistic standpoint, I feel like it should run more in its own city than like in Cayuga City. So it just acts as a shuttle to bring it people to. It's like that's another thing too. Like part of the reason why I got like rid of the whole 30th Street thing. It's like so people was people who was playing the game was treating the 92 KTA route as a express version of the 30, which is a CCTA route. And it's like that's not what it was. It's not what it was supposed to be, and that's not where it was going. Wait, 90. There you go. I forgot to make an attachment point 1. I'm stupid. Okay, attachment point 1, and that should have been 180 because I can't read. Okay. There's a lot of new CCTA routes. There is. Hold on, let me go down the list. Actually, matter of fact, what I'm gonna do is right now, I'm gonna save the map because I did a lot and I didn't save, and the last time I made that mistake, the game crashed. Okay. So when the game's done saving, I'm gonna go into tracks and trips and I'm gonna show you guys like all the actual routes I made. Okay, so let's see. Edit timetable. And then 15. There we go. All right, hold on. Let me bring it up full screen. All right, so we got the 102 has been there. We got a new route. This is CCTA route 147. That's been there. It's been there. This is a new KTA route. This is this is the 92 but shortened. This been there. That's been there. That's been there. Actually, I don't know if this was in the old version, but it's there now. That's been there. This has been in 0.6. So this is the Lakeland schedule setup. Originally, like 214 and 216 was on separate schedules, but now they're all together. And 217 is a new route. 215 got its own schedule because it goes further than the rest of everything else. Then we got the 218 and 219. These are shuttle routes for Lakeland. This is a new CCTA route that you can drive. This has been there, but now you can drive it. This has been there. This is a new route. That's been there. That's been there. This is about to get removed. This is a new route. This is a new KTA route. This is a new CCTA route. These originally were separate, but I merged them together. And yeah. So in total, there's about like 30. I think 30. It's 30 something routes total that you can drive in this version. But yeah, we got like a lot going on. Attach the object. Let's finish this up now. Let's wrap this up. We're basically almost done here now. Well, not really almost done the map, but almost done like the editing part of the stream. Yesterday I streamed until like the 2 hour 30 minute mark, editing stuff. So I'm gonna do the same here. And then when we get to like said mark, then I'll switch over to like driving. The longest KTA route will be the 70 right now. But like by the time everything's done, I would say the 139 will be the longest. Right now the 70 takes about, I think, 40 something minutes to complete, like if you're driving normal. If you want those speed run drivers like me, then you probably get it done in like 37, but that's still pretty long, all things considered. Like the AI takes about 45 minutes to complete the 70. So that's a good reference point. Alright, let's put some shrubbery down. It's looking better. I wouldn't say good yet, but it's looking better around here. The sad part is this isn't even one of the parts I was going to like work on, but this is just like proof as how much work I have to do to bring it up to par. Because yeah, like there's just so much that needs to be done. So much little scenery that needs to be like worked on. And then like the next time I stream editing, which will probably be like next week, you'll see like there's even bigger parts of the map with like less scenery. Like right now I'm just doing like the minor detail stuff, but like when we get into like full on editing, like you'll see like there's actually parts of the map with nothing. Unless you were here from the beginning and I just showed you those parts. Those parts would be like where the 139 and 91 and stuff run. Okay. Actually, matter of fact, I could probably add in a 139 now, but because technically the whole route is in there. I just didn't actually make it drive-inable. Because I wanted to have cutbacks too. So like what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like, actually you know what, I'm gonna do that for like the release version. The longest CCTA route is relative. Like you can't just outright answer that unless you have like unless you have something specific you want to look for. Like if you're talking distance wise, it'll be the 150. You're talking time wise, it'll be like either the 48 or one of the 30 routes. Like 34 or 35. But if you're talking like the most amount of stops or the most amount of ground covered, then I would say like the Boulevard Direct. So it's like it's like there's no flat answer for that. There's like they're long in their own ways. And to save you the trouble, the longest Greenville route would be the 202, and the longest Lakeland route would be the 215. But I feel like those questions were about to come based on like the pattern things you're going in. If there weren't, and I'm just salty, oh well, you got the answers anyway. Probably didn't sign up for these answers, but you got them. They're yours now. You can't take them back. I should probably put this on a 45-degree angle, actually. Let's see. 135. No, not 135. Oh, 135. 45. 45. There you go. Okay, we actually got to a point. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to move this tree back. That's what we're going to do. This one right here. This one right here. Move this back. Kind of blocking the light. That one is too. It's too close to the corner, blocking the light. In real life, there's laws against that. Okay. There we go. Put back the grass so it looks more scenery, but also got rid of the extras so it's not like in the way. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, this is starting to look like a street. Excuse me. I had a bit of a sneeze there. Okay, so I need to take this for a second, if you don't mind. Where'd that highway go? Alright, so I need to get to about here-ish. Here is good. And place the signs. Actually, speaking on the subject of relative routes that could be long or short, depending on what you think. When all is said and done, the 68 will probably be the shortest route. The 68 local, not the express. Although the express is technically shorter. But the because of how it covers ground, I'll explain that in a bit. Right now I gotta place these objects before I forget what I'm doing. Alright, so we're getting close though. Like, this is actually looking good. Okay. You know, there's ways around doing stupid stuff. -4, right? So would that be 366? No. 356 for this. Trying to like spell it in a way where it'll fit. Yeah, it's too many letters. INTL was first. Actually, I'll just put airport. I literally can't tell you how much longer. Or you know what? I feel like I said the same thing 4 times, so I'm just going to show you. I'm gonna stop what I'm doing after I put this one last thing. I'm just going to show you because I feel like if I keep saying it, you just like it won't. Nah, that's too much. There you go. I just put that. Okay. So if I keep saying it, like it just won't. Okay. So let's get back over here for a second, and you just remember everything I just did to this spot. Like, and mind you, this is like the bare minimum. Now, what I need to do is, I need to, let's go back to like the spot where it's like obvious what I need to do. I need to make every, actually no, hold on, there's no spot. No, here. I basically need to make every part of the map meet like a minimum standard of like scenery before I can even send it out. And you seen how long it took me to do just that? And that's like the bare minimum. I'm not done there per se. Gotta wait a while for it to load because that's just how this game works. Hooray! And also, you have to take into account the fact that I have to wait for load screens, too. My frustration. Like, Jesus Christ. I'm done. I'm going to like just save the thing and okay. So what I need to do is I basically need to make every part that you see where there's streets, I need to make them meet the same quality that other part meant. Like, okay, like this part looks okay, but like, you know, I still gotta add in like signs and lights and stuff. But like when we get further down, you start to notice, oh look, there's nothing. Hold on, gotta wait for it to load a little bit because it's like really slow. But trust me when I say once we get to the part where like we need to work on, it'll start loading it slow. Because don't gotta load anything in. That's how you know it's bad. So yeah, like now we're starting to see nothing, but this is an active road. Hold on. So yeah, we're getting further down the street, and there's more and more nothing. Get a load screen again because just sucks as a video game. All right, so like, but then like when you go down here, it's like, whoa, where'd the universe go? You know what I mean? But like it's not done yet. It gets worse. Hold on, we gotta get further down the road because OMSI just hates me. And yep, now we're at the point where there's nothing. There's not a thing here. So basically, at the end of the day, what the mission is we gotta bring the whole map, the entirety of the whole map to the same standard. Like, yeah, you see like all this nothing. All this nothing. It goes on for a while. See, when I originally showed this, like everyone just got the point at this point, and I didn't have to keep going. But I feel like people who just joined the stream who don't know what's going on, like I gotta show them. We're not done yet. Still not done. See, now we're getting to where scenery is, but even here, it's like it's not quite the standard yet. So you see, like, there's a lot that has to be done. Like in that area, and then there's like another spot where it's just as bad where I was working on before. And like you seen how slow it took me to like do that one section, that one block. Just imagine that for all of what we just passed through. And yeah, like it's going to be a long time. It's going to be a long time before any type of like release will come. It's like the only real solution to this is like, say if I had a slightly faster computer, then I wouldn't have to go through the load screens when I go through this process. But it wouldn't make enough of a difference where it would actually speed up the release. It would probably still take just as long. I just wouldn't have to wait for load screens in between. Now, if I was to work straight through, as in like from now until like I release the map, like it will probably take like a month. And the reason why, like, okay, like I was saying, like I had to bring it up to a standard, and then like I showed that like okay, it wasn't quite there. Because originally, like yeah, I was intending on like releasing it like within like the first week, but then like I actually seen the workload, and it's like okay, I think everyone else, if they see this, they'll understand that like I fibbed. Like I see the workload is like it's nowhere near halfway. Like if I just ignore certain parts, like if I ignore that whole section I just showed you. Hold on, let's then there's still like streets like this where it's like there's some scenery, but like the rest of it's like barren, and I have to work on that too. And this street's being used, so I can't just leave it. Like see right here, it's like you see like stuff, you'll see consistently stuff, but then after a while you'll see nothing. Like yeah, like everything started to get more sparse. Well, scarce, I guess that's the word I meant to use. And then eventually we get to a point where there's just nothing at all, and you can see off the ends of the map. And that's stuff I need to work on. So like even if I ignore that whole section, which I might actually do until like I actually add in like the rest of the town that I wanted to work on there. It's like if I like ignore that and just like work on the stuff that needs it, which is what I put focus on right now, you still have parts where you can see off the end of the map. And because like parts like that exist, like I still gotta work on that too. Are you getting the idea now, or do you still need more detail in order for you to come to a conclusion? Because and either way, what I'm about to do right now is I'm about to stop the editing, because this is yeah, we'll stop the editing. Let's save first, you know, because I don't want to lose my progress. Please don't crash. Yesterday when I was streaming, it crashed when I was saving, and that was like the worst. And I did lose a little bit of progress when that happened. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to close this out. We're going to close out editor. And we're going to actually open up OMSI. We're going to do like a dry run on the 68, just so I can see like how the scenery came out. Well, it shouldn't take that long, and then like I'll end the stream after that. We won't break records like yesterday, but we're getting there. Oh crap. Okay. So just so we're clear and everyone knows, so OMSI crashed when I started it up. When I started up the base game. So it's going to be a little bit of a while before we actually get into the game. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Okay. Stop it. Okay. And yeah, I've been streaming for about 3 hours. Apparently, the OMSI... I don't want to trigger myself, but the OMSI streams definitely get more time a day because more people come on those than anything else. But I'm about to, when I do end the stream, I'll probably just like, I'll get ready for work and I'll do a little bit of a stream of like playing like GTA on the other channel and then I'll stop. Oh my god, there's just... I know, it's the best. I love me some Sonic. Literally like my favorite platformer. But it's hard, but it's not too hard. It's not Crash Bandicoot hard. But it's not like Super Mario easy either. Although Super Mario does have its like faults. Like it like the game itself is easy, but the first couple, like they didn't have like the save functions, so like when you screwed up, that was it, that was game over. Alright, we should... No. No. I was about to go into the game, and I was like, okay, the game's ready, but it's like, nope, still loading. Why is the game load screen so long? You know what? You guys want some Sonic music? Yep. That's actually what this is, the first level. Green Hill Zone. Well, actually, this one is I don't know if you played Sonic Mania, but it's like this music is from that game, but it's from Green Hill Zone. Sonic Mania is like it has like the Genesis levels in there. Well, you said Mega Drive, so I'm guessing you're not US like I am, so I'll say Mega Drive. It has like the Mega Drive like levels in there, but like they're like mixed in a sense, where like so like Green Hill Zone is like a mix between like actual Green Hill Zone and like Angel Island, and then like well the first Green Hill Zone act is like the original Green Hill Zone, and it just like puts 1 and 2 together. But then like the second Green Hill Zone is more like mixed with Angel Island, and then like they have Chemical Plant in there, and they have Chemical Plant from Sonic 2, and then I think after that you go over to what's that thing? Flying Battery from Sonic 3. Yeah, I'm trying to get Sonic Mania Plus, but they said it's coming out on July 17th. I'll probably get that on the Xbox though. instead of getting on PC. Okay, we should be in game now. So let's okay, let's get this back. I am sorry. That's a load screen right there. Oh no. Whoopsie doopsie. Well, last time I did this, I got lucky and the game popped up almost instantly afterwards. Technically, some Sonic music is on what's that site called? Newgrounds? Because no, is it Newgrounds or I'm thinking of another site? But because like a lot of Geometry Dash music is from that site, so it's like it's technically not in that game. It's from that site. All right. Well, let's first things first. My computer is a potato. Like I'm using a laptop. If I could like webcam it up a little bit, I would show you. But I'm using a laptop, not even a full-on computer. So that's like issue number one, right there. Also, nice. We got an owner of a website over here. Shoot, let me spawn that over to the South Depot. And wait like 15 more years for the load. Wait, I went too far down. Yep, there we go. But yeah, like so, like that's like issue number one. I'm running off a potato. But like even if I wasn't running off a potato, it's like the game itself is slow compared to other games. Like I have like equal resource using games on my computer, and like none of them like run as slow as OMSI does. Like none of them load screen as long as OMSI does. I think the longest wait time I had to do was like maybe like an actual physical minute for GTA 4 to load up. But that was because I had everything turned up and I wanted to see how that looked. Otherwise, it's like, yeah, like OMSI takes the longest to load. Like this game it's just, ugh. But it's a simulation at the end of the day. Oh, actually, hold up. I think my volume for the game is too loud. No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay, we're fine. Okay, so I want to cut out for a second because I'm going to do a run. I'm going to do a run of a well, dry run of the 68. So let's cut me out. Ignore me. I'm gonna stop talking. So, now that we had a little bit of enjoyment of me not talking for a little bit, you got to enjoy the bus noises for a bit. Let me go back to using actual talking commentary because of reasons and scientific and stuff. First things first, the biggest problem with my computer isn't the drive. Isn't the hard drive, even though a hard drive is actually a piece of garbage in itself, which slide through stream off another computer. But the issue is that it's a laptop with no processor. Like it has like one of those onboard, it's like everything's on board. Processor is like 2.0, which is like below the minimum requirement for OMSI. What else? Graphics card is like 1 gig. Was the actual RAM? I think I got like 4 gigs even. So yeah, like the issue is that like the computer itself is like below the minimum requirements of OMSI, and it's so far below the minimum requirements that it's just like it's laggy, which is why like I can't like. But that's like a good thing in a sense because like okay, like so if I can run the map, then it's a good standpoint. That means everybody else can, because you know since I'm below the minimum requirements, if I can run it, then anybody who needs it can run it too. And that's how I see it. That's like this. That's like why it's like I feel like it's a good like it's like it sucks for me because like it makes it so much harder for me to work on this stuff. But like at the same time, it's like because like I'm below the requirements, I'm definitely like a good reference point for like whether or not people can actually run the content that I'm making. If that makes any sense. Also, I didn't know you was German, but I guess that explains your name and why I didn't understand it. But if it makes you feel any better, when I was writing in the stream, I was also writing off a phone, and that's why I just like you know just turn the sound on, just turn my microphone back on. It's just so much easier that way. It is so much easier to talk than it is to type. At least like while I'm streaming and stuff anyway. Like if I was watching somebody else stream, and of course like I can type all I want. Because I'm the one that's streaming, it's like I gotta like do like a little bit like a couple extra steps to make sure like I'm actually in it. Well, even if it was physically possible to upgrade the laptop, I financially couldn't upgrade the laptop. And of course, the reason why I have it is because like you know, ching, something like that stuff. Otherwise, I'd be using a full-on PC like everybody else. Well, you walked at the wrong time, lady. I couldn't stop in time. Slammed on the brakes as hard as I could and still wasn't stopping. Alright, so I pretty much like showed the parts that were like done. I'm actually going to screenshot this for the thumbnail. Let's see, F12. And I'm going to go back to the depot for a second. I need the screenshot around there too. And then after I'm done with this, the stream's basically over. Because yeah, I did all the work I could. You know, I did all the work I could do for today. And I have to say, like, it was worth it. Let's see, at the port, I need to actually be able to access certain roads. I guess I'll have it facing. Yeah, I have it facing this way. Okay. Actually, matter of fact, I will put it here. Put it on this road facing this way. Put it here. Alright, cool. And stop right about there. Stop. Good. Okay. I don't got enough screenshots, okay? Actually, 17 more will be fine. Well, she does. The lady crossing deserves to. She deserves to get crushed because the light literally just turned red for me, like as in like seconds before, like it was like a little nanosecond before I got there. The light had just turned red. Nobody in their right mind goes the second the light turns red for cross traffic without looking first. So she deserved to get hit. She wanted to go all fast and sonic speed. She got what she deserved. Anyway. So I'm gonna, I wanna, no. Alright, so before I go, I need to make one thing clear. I did not have the money to get a PC tower in the first place. The laptop that I had for years. I only decided to start using it for OMSI. I didn't get OMSI and then the laptop. I had the laptop and then I got OMSI. So yeah, it wasn't really like a cause and effect. So like the money is definitely like a major factor in why I don't have a tower, and I just won't get one because like yeah, like it's too much money that I don't have. Like not even like, oh, if I save up, like even if I save up, like let's say if I save up for like an entire year and I don't spend a single dime, I still won't be able to afford an actual tower with upgrades and stuff. So like that's why I don't have one. Because like I said, like that's factoring in not spending a dime. So like imagine like if I did like I spent like the money to survive, I definitely won't have it in a year. So yeah, getting another computer is just out of the question. But anyway, I'm out to end the stream. So thanks everybody for joining. I'll see you all next time. If I do stream tomorrow, it won't be OMSI editing because I won't feel up to it tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Whatever. Thanks for watching. Peace out and all that good stuff. And American Gangster and stuff like that. I don't know. References. That's